If you are watching this at 2 in the morning because you can't sleep, or you're feeling a sudden, sharp irritability you can't explain, those are the physical indicators of a brain recalibrating its internal chemistry. Quitting cannabis is difficult because withdrawal is a biological process independent of your willpower. That is why we built the Cannabis Withdrawal Podcast and its accompanying workbook. It's a structured roadmap to help you navigate the raw reality of early recovery, giving you practical tools for the moments when the adjustment feels most intense. This diagram shows a simplified version of your brain's endocannabinoid system, a network that helps regulate mood, sleep, and stress. When you use cannabis regularly, your brain adjusts to expect it. When the system removes that external supply, internal pathways fluctuate, returning to a natural baseline. This recalibration generates anxiety and physical discomfort. But your brain is doing the work to stabilize into a self-sustaining pattern without the drug. When you understand that your nervous system is actively rebuilding its regulatory pathways, you shift the focus from self-blame to biological recovery. You are giving your body the necessary time to heal. Before we go further, we need to establish a clear boundary. The tools we are discussing are for educational and self-support purposes. They cannot replace professional medical care. While withdrawal is intensely uncomfortable for most, some experience more severe reactions. If you encounter severe anxiety, thoughts of self-harm, chest pain, or uncontrollable vomiting, you must seek immediate medical attention. Help is available 24 hours a day. In the United States, call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, or 1-800-662-4357 for the SAMHSA National Helpline. In Canada, call or text 988. For medical emergencies, always dial 911. Recognizing when to bring in professional support is a fundamental protective measure. It keeps you safe while your recovery becomes sustainable. This chart plots withdrawal intensity over 30 days. The sharpest spike occurs during the first 3 days, the most physically demanding phase. During this 72-hour peak, your body works in overdrive. You may experience sharp irritability, sudden anxiety, and discomforts like nausea and cold sweats. Sleep also fractures during this window. Because cannabis suppresses REM sleep, the deep, dream-heavy stage of rest, quitting causes a REM rebound. Your brain overcompensates, leading to vivid, intense, and often exhausting dreams as your sleep architecture rebuilds itself. To calm an overactive nervous system at bedtime, try the 4-7-8 breathing technique. Breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, and exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. This activates your body's rest and digest response. Beyond breathing, basic maintenance is essential. Drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water daily to prevent dehydration, and aim for a 5-minute walk, as natural sunlight and physical movement help your body metabolize stress hormones. When you reliably hydrate and keep your body moving, you prevent physical symptoms from spiraling, creating a sturdy foundation to handle the emotional side of recovery. A typical craving is a neurological wave that rises, peaks, and dissipates within 15 to 30 minutes. Navigate those minutes by breaking them into action blocks. First, drink water. Next, move your body. Finally, write a sentence about your feelings to redirect your brain's focus. If you experience emotional flooding, where sadness or anger feels overwhelming, try the Name It to Tame It framework. Simply stating the emotion out loud engages your prefrontal cortex, which reduces the intensity of the nervous system's alarm response. This graphic maps the habit loop. It begins with a trigger, like a time of day or a feeling, which fires an urge. To break the sequence, you remove the use phase, which eventually weakens the entire neurological cycle. Breaking that cycle leaves you with dozens of newly open hours each week. For many, that silence arrives as a heavy, persistent sense of boredom. This stretch of time allows your brain to rediscover its own natural interests. In the quiet that follows the noise of withdrawal, you finally have the clarity to decide who you actually are when you aren't high. This is where you begin choosing the activities and relationships that will fill your life. You win the psychological battle by consciously deciding what goes into the room the old habit left behind. To protect that new space, you need connection. Recovery falters in secrecy. Setting firm boundaries with old triggers and building a support network of safe, non-judgmental people keeps your progress visible and sustainable. Even with support, setbacks happen. A slip, a single instance of using, is different from a full relapse. It does not erase your previous weeks of progress, and treating it like a permanent failure only generates the shame that fuels further use. If a slip occurs, run a review. Ask what happened right before you used, what you were feeling, and what warning signs were ignored. This turns a setback into data about your triggers, allowing you to adjust your strategy. To keep your strategy organized, the workbook includes a 30-day recovery plan and a set of printable tools. These trackers, craving logs, and boundary scripts provide a physical structure to rely on when your focus dips. Recovery is an ongoing practice of making choices, making mistakes, and adjusting your course. You are always allowed to ask for help. If you're ready to build your roadmap, go ahead and begin with episode 0.